I'm impressed the way in such a short time you were able to learn the technology and the basis for our business. This was, it's not that easy to get into this. It's quite advanced technology we are working with. But you have been very successful from our part, and for sure we will utilize all the information that we got from this.
Really interesting was to learn a lot about ethanol and second generation biofuels in particular. I think all of us also, as you know, we go to school in Washington, D.C., we have a little bit of interest in the political environment that, that some of these products operate in. And especially ethanol, that's critical because there would pretty much be no ethanol industry in the United States without government incentives. And so I think it was pretty interesting for us to be able to take a look at that, and there's policy right now shaping the ethanol industry and being able to make recommendations related to that. And then look at kind of the overall market and make recommendations based on potential partners for Taurus and really understand a growing market within the United States. I don't know if you guys have a little bit more that you want to add to it or not. But.
Sure. For me, like I've been studying and focusing on corporate responsibility and like climate change for a while now. And within the U.S., even though there are so many different views, we still think of these issues within a certain scope or framework. And so coming here and being immersed in a completely different culture and working with our client in person and going on these company visits has provided an opportunity to think about these issues in completely different ways, even though it's the same issues. Swedes have a different way of approaching everything, and it's been a really great experience learning from them.
Part of the reason that I chose to come on the Sweden trip was that a lot of the companies that we're dealing with, they're fairly young in their growth. And I had a bit of experience in working with internet startups, so that was an arena that attracted me. But this has been completely different and very beneficial in a lot of ways in those differences, in that you know, we're very distanced from the technology as we come on board with this project, and also we're coming from an outside perspective. So it was a real challenge to really get into this and be able to deliver a lot of value. But I think in doing that, we came away having learned a ton and really getting a lot out of it. And we're very happy to have had the chance to work with Lars.
So I guess I'm going to talk about our experience from a larger perspective. And you know, GW, as Professor Helm mentioned earlier, has this mission of acting globally. So, you know, just using all of our different backgrounds and having students from a variety of different countries and working with a company in another country really provided us with a really invaluable international consulting experience. And also, GW also has this effort to increase its sustainability efforts. So by, you know, working on this project and really getting experience in this industry and working with a country such as Sweden, who's on the forefront of the clean technology industry, was really a valuable experience for us.
And so being able to learn about a completely different industry, learn to use my education and my professional background and sort of transition all of that into working knowledge that a company can use was really exciting. Some of the, I think, key research that we were able to provide was, someone mentioned before, since we're in Washington, D.C., the various policy aspects affecting the biotherm and its success in the U.S. market. And that includes a variety of things like emissions, waste management, whether that's getting more and more strict.
So we really had to hit the ground running and learn a lot about Mr. Lindgren's business. And I think that presented itself with a particular challenge. And I think it was, for me, very enjoyable to learn a lot about the business and deliver a product in a very concentrated time frame.
We were extremely pleased with the blend of this particular group that has been assigned to us, not only because it's truly international, China, Russia, Mexico, Romania, and last but not least, the United States, represented in the group. Not only that, also I believe what we learned from the group and from the individuals that you have different backgrounds, and I think again the mixture of backgrounds have come out as being extremely suitable for this particular task. financial management, political sciences, business management, and last but not least, hands-on boating experience from the US Coast Guard, which has proven extremely, and the total sort of blend of competence has proven extremely, we think, beneficial to this program. So we are extremely pleased with the work that the group has done, and also with the interactions we've had. We've come across, or through the group's work, we've learned about 1 or 2 new possible niche businesses which we hadn't identified before, and which we hope will also be valuable to Volvo Penta. We're very pleased to see that several colleagues from Volvo Penta here today, and we hope we can steal some time after this meeting for more detailed discussions perhaps. So overall, we are extremely pleased with the work and with the results, and of course with the individuals in the group. So thank you very much.
I'm interested to learn more about that picture.
Like you said, I'm in the U.S. Coast Guard, and we were able to arrange a visit to the shipyard. There's only one shipyard in the U.S. that handles Coast Guard vessels, and so I was able to arrange a visit there for all 5 of us so that we could go through and actually see what a shipyard does. We had a number of marketing classes, but none of us had any actual marketing experience, so this was the perfect time for us to figure out a new area of expertise, to learn something new, and to take casework and book knowledge and turn it into a real product. And in addition to that, like many of my classmates have already talked about, that international aspect of it, to say, you know, all of us think in so many different ways, and to put all of that together to actually come up with a product that hopefully was helpful.
There's a word we like to use in business school. The word is synergy. And I'm going to talk a little bit about how this relationship between us and our client kind of really epitomizes that concept. So the people that are standing up here today, and the people that you've seen here, we're very familiar with each other. We've worked with each other in different capacities over the last year many times. And when I say different capacities, we're doing group projects, a different one every week. So we're very comfortable with each other, we like each other, we have a good time working together. And I think that it's quite an effective process. Many of us have backgrounds and experience in GreenTech, some aspects in finance, some experience in marketing. So we really bring a informed perspective to our client. Our client, in this case ClimateWell, was very specific with what they wanted us to address. They have a new product. It's internally known as Genesis Ice, and they want to know what are the low-hanging fruits in this market opportunity. Where do they place their bets over the next 3 to 5 years? And I think based upon the specificity of their question and our ability to answer it from our own experience and our great working relationship, we're able to really create some value. Really, we're able to take what was a concept and really drill it down and say, all right, guys, these are where your high percentage bets are in the next 3 to 5 years, and this is the market opportunity you're looking at. So I think, from our perspective, I think we were able to offer the client a little bit more granularity in their idea, which hopefully will come to fruition, and hopefully they'll capitalize on an $820 million opportunity. So while I can't speak for my client, I'm going to reference an email that I have from him dated May 1st from 4:48 a.m. That's your time. So say, impressive! Exclamation point. I gave it a quick read and I'm very impressed. I will read it thoroughly and provide feedback next week. I forwarded the downloaded link to a few others to review. I assume Aaron wants to work out of the New York office. Who is up for Texas and California? So, I think the email speaks for itself. I think we were able to deliver value to our client, and we certainly thank you for the opportunity to be able to kind of leverage what we learned over the last year to really hopefully benefit.